healing crystals, skincare routines, knitting a sweater, fitting in jeans. With Katie and Sarah, no need to worry, you're on a lady journey.
I'm back on ChatGPT diet. And
well, I feel like if I make one thing, if I meal prep like one thing that's a staple, and then I can like meal prep, I can do like other things each day to kind of like add into it.
Right.
If I do like a banana bread in a casserole or something.
Yes.
But it's like, I've had that before where I'm like, oh, I'm meal prepping. And then you get to it and you're like, this is just 4 days old. I don't like that.
It's what we remember, the bean salad.
The bean salad and the recurring theme of the bean salad in our lives. It keeps coming up again. What does it mean? What does it mean?
Why would it go away? And it doesn't yield
specter.
results that I want immediately.
I'm just haunted by my bean salad.
Well, that's like, did I tell you when I went to the dermatologist and she was like, you don't need a hair transplant, which I was like, thank you. It made me feel like, oh yeah, I'm just fucking crazy.
Yeah, totally. Just,
She calmed me, but she's like, you'll do Rogaine and these hair supplements, but you're not going to see results for probably 6 months. And I remember being like, well, why would I want to do that?
Right. You're like, have you met me? That's not my thing. I mean,
I've done it 2 months and I can tell you right now, I'm like, I don't see anything.
Well, it's like,
I don't even know if the the Rogaine. I've seen the before and afters on the Reddits for some woman, and I understand it's not. I just want some good light underbrush in this area, so I don't have like bald spots when I have a ponytail or something.
Are you taking the pill or are you doing topical?
Topical. She told me to do topical for men. I don't know why. Is there a birth defect thing? I guess maybe could be.
What do you mean, like for?
Meaning like touching the chemicals of the Rogaine if you ingest it could be.
Oh, bad for
baby or whatever.
Yeah. It might make your baby really hairy.
Yeah. And then I've done the hair supplements. Oh, and they were they go at first your hair will fall out.
What
so
the
it's
hell?
like
it's hilarious. You're like, you're gonna have a lot more problems. Yeah. Well, that's so funny. Well, do you notice any side effects other than like the hair falling out?
I haven't even noticed the hair falling out because it just looks like normal amount of like hair. Even when I went to get my hair cut recently, she's like, you have a lot of hair. But I was like, I do. It's back hair and it's all thin and a lot of it. So it's annoying.
Yeah.
It's like wispies. But here, like if I go like this, I've got.
That's the danger zone.
That's the danger zones. Where, like how Melania Trump wears her hair all the time, where it's like this light curtain. Mm-hmm. I know that's from hair loss.
We know your
you
secret.
You spot it, you got it.
Yeah.
Or you got it, you spot it. I'm like, I know it's going. It's the female comb over.
Totally.
Because I can't wear my hair in a tight, high up ponytail anymore, or I look like Scott Stapp from Creed.
Yeah, it's a rough look. I have a weird hairline. I've actually always had kind of a weird hairline.
I know. I get jealous when I see girls like Whitney Cummings. I'm like, is that real?
The tight ponytail, such a flex.
It looks like a Barbie.
Yeah, such a flex. I know, like the perfect widow's peak. I'm like, I don't know what type of hairline I have, but it is really curvy. There's ebbs and flows.
Yeah, because I don't know. Well, but yeah, so I put in again, my age, my weight, and to lose 1 pound a week because I felt like that's normal.
Okay, yeah.
Right? Or we talked about that before.
Yeah.
Was that okay? Part of me wants to do 2 pounds. Like,
oh my God.
Gotta see.
It's going to be like, get on ephedra.
Yeah, I would. I do understand at my weight because it's not like I just want to get back to pre-baby weight and whatever I did for now. Really, what I want is to be 120.
Yeah.
This is so toxic, but you're like, I really want to be tiny, but not in an anorexic way. But I want to be like, I look at Karen Fian and I like how her top is.
She's got sculpted legs.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh my God, the kettlebell is working.
Yes. But she works out twice a day.
I can't do that.
But I'm upping my orange theory.
Are you really?
I'm going to do the unlimited, and I'm going, instead of doing it twice a week, I'm going to do it 4 times a week if I
Whoa,
can.
you're going to be a machine.
I'm trying, but it's real. That's the thing. Like you go on the road,
Yeah, when you go on the road, everything is out the window. That's why I've been home almost all summer, and I finally feel like, oh yeah, like this is how I can structure my days.
Yes.
Can I tell you what I've been doing? A couple episodes ago, remember I was like, my therapist told me to use Pomodoro. What is she out of her freaking mind?
The work effect of
It's when
20
you
minutes on.
20. I do 25. I started doing it. She was right.
Whoa.
She was right. I drug her name through the mud, and I have revolutionized my like daytime working. I'm getting so much done now because I'm just using the timer, because I think before I was kind of like, oh, well, I'll just work for like 4 hours and I'll take a break, and it's like within that 4 hours, I'm like, oh, I'm going to check my email. Now I'm shopping for shoes for, an hour and a half, whatever, how long, however long it takes. But I started. And so like, I'll be really hesitant to do work because I'm like, I don't want to go through like a 4-hour period of like, kind of like pushing myself to the breaking point.
Right. Cause you're, creatively, I think you get burnt out.
You get burnt out. You get diminishing returns. And I saw this thing on TikTok.
You should start smoking cigarettes.
Yeah. Need to smoke
I tell you, when I was doing this art project years ago, I would go and smoke in the garage and come back. I was spending all night doing it as well as drinking beers. It was the best drawing I've ever done in my life.
I got some information for you. Duke just released a study. 2 cigarettes a week is as equivalent to 1 week a therapy session.
Wow.
2 cigarettes a week is equivalent to a therapy session. We got to get Lex a microphone. We got to get you a mic. So you should use the other mic
To chime in.
Yeah.
The third mic.
Chime in. Well,
I like that. I like that, Duke.
I will be remembering it. I also think like, smoking cigarettes, like also I feel cool. I'm like, I love doing this. I love doing this. Well,
I'll just be like, I'm going to therapy all the time now.
Yeah, I'm really working on myself. So I saw this thing. It was a woman who she was talking about people that are like high achievers. And one of the reasons they're able to do so many things at once and like have all these accomplishments is because they focus on doing the minimum viable output, where it's like, just focus on doing the least thing that you can do that gets you the results. So it's like,
I don't even know what that is though.
Well, like, so for example, like if you're like, I need to work out today, but you're pressed for time. It's like, you know what? Just go on a 10-minute walk. And then there you go. You've already done a little workout. You don't need to be in the gym for an hour and a half.
Right.
Just do a 10-minute walk. And then it's like, you're good. So that's what I started doing, like with my work, with the 25 minutes. I was like, oh my God, I feel so overwhelmed. Like I have to do so many things. My social media, my joke writing, my scheduling. But I would just make a list and I would just do 25 minutes on each thing. And then it's like, I'm not writing like a full new bit that's like 5 minutes, but it's like, I did it enough to get my brain going.
Right.
And then the next day when I did another 25 minutes, it was like, oh, I'm like already in the zone.
Yeah. And you're thinking about what you did yesterday.
Yeah. Like your brain, because I do a thing where it's like, I'll just go like balls to the walls on like one thing, where I'm like, I was working on my script for 2 weeks. That's all I did. I wasn't doing any social media. I wasn't doing any joke writing. And then it's like, okay, now I'm trying to go back to joke writing. And it's like, now I have to take like baby steps and relearn and get my brain back like in that thing. And I feel like it's not really that productive for me, but I like it because I like just like drinking my Starbucks and like typing away. Like, oh my God, so dramatic. Like, excuse me, my script is due. I'm in a class.
Right.
So I've been like trying to work on it like a bit more like
just casual, but consistent.
Yeah. Like even last night.
That's my Mel Robbins.
Casual but consistent.
I take someone else's idea and I rename it.
Yes.
Casual.
That's
my
whole
technique.
Show.
Casual and consistent.
I think, keeping it casual, take it easy. Take it easy. Even last night, I needed to do like a bunch of work and I was like, dragging my feet. I don't want to do anything. But as soon as I was like, you know what? I'm just going to set my phone for 10 minutes and see how much I can do in 10 minutes.
You get a lot done. As I always tell that Joe will be on vacation. And he's like, oh, everything's backing up. And I'm like, if you just took 1 hour a day, not even that much.
Yeah.
And we don't even know where you need to go.
Right.
Just answer those emails. You'll feel so much better. I do it all the time, or I do, I'll answer a few emails and try to get a clip done. And then I'm like, that was about an hour lesson. And then I can go about my vacation.
You are getting so much done in 1 hour of focused work. And I was talking to my therapist. I'm like, well, you know, I have a really hard time of like really budgeting my time. Because it's like, I'll work all day and then I'll do a show. And it's like, I don't know. Did I just work 12 hours? I have no idea.
Right.
She was like, try to do 5 in the morning, take a break, and then do 5 at night. So it's like, it's just 2.5 hours and another 2.5 hours.
Well, you also have to tell yourself in the regular work world, they're not working hard.
Everybody's doing 5 hours of work a day. And
I
if
don't
you
even
do like
think it's that much. I would
barely.
always call it the last hour of the day. I would call it my sprint, where you fuck around.
Yeah.
You do some light work, but you're kind of socializing and doing whatever. And then the last hour, you hit all your goals.
Yeah, you're like, hey, my Twitter's not going to write itself. Okay, I got to get in there. But it's making me feel so much better because I usually just feel like constant overwhelm. You know, and it's like, oh, well, and now I don't feel overwhelmed because it's like, I know I can work for 25 minutes and that's all I need to do. And if I don't get anything done, like, who cares? I did the 25 minutes. That's all I have to do.
Yeah, that's all you have to do.
Instead of like sitting down at your desk, like, I must write the greatest bit known to man.
No.
I must tackle abortion, even though it's been tackled by everyone.
I know.
But I'm having like, so I was telling you, I was on the Zoloft, as everyone knows. Then I was having fatigue. So then I got on Wellbutrin. Then I was having eye problems. So now I've gotten
From
really
the
strong
Wellbutrin?
from the Wellbutrin. Yeah,
Because eye problems?
it can cause your eyes to not focus properly. So it makes it hard for you to like read.
Maybe that's what Joe had.
Does he take-
Remember when he was like, my eyes aren't focusing, but that was
Whoa.
right before we were visiting his family.
It might have been.
But he was on antidepressants.
Well, was he on? I think it's specific to Wellbutrin.
I don't think it was Wellbutrin. So then I think it's psychosomatic.
Could it be psychosomatic? But, you know, could be his eyes. His eyes could be wonked up. They could be wonked up. But then, so now I'm getting lenses that are like $400 and I can't wait to see what issue those are going to cost. I'm on a series. I'm like fixing. I feel like I'm holding like a vase.
That's
with
the problem
like
with
10
fixing
holes.
stuff.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
once you fix one thing, then another thing falls out of balance. That I say you don't fix anything.
That's why I'm thinking, I'm like, I should just go back to like being horrifically anxious. Okay. That was enough.
Well, there are theories of like for some later on in life to like dig up your childhood trauma, where sometimes I'm like, I don't think you need to. Like,
You don't
I don't
always
think
need
it
to. Yeah.
improves your well-being later on in life.
I know. It's like, well, let's relive your sexual assault.
Yeah.
Now. Go.
Because I think sometimes you muddy up things. I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
Well, there's like
I've heard this before that people have been like, we thought it was a good idea, but we realized it was causing way more issues, that it was better like if they were fine and they were going on with their now adult life, then what's the point of like bringing up their, childhood? And this was with a family that had adopted a lot of like street kids.
Oh, well, that's when you realize like most therapists are insane.
Right.
And you're like, oh, are you helping me or are you?
Or the ones where they want you to confront your mom.
Right.
I'm like,
right.
are you out of your fucking mind? Do you
should
think she's ever going to be like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't, they don't know and they're doing their best. That I'm more of a proponent of just like radical acceptance.
Totally. Absolutely.
Yes.
And doing acceptance commitment therapy, ACT, this is what it's about.
Yeah.
You just let it be. You let it be and you focus on your own
you don't give
self.
them responsibilities.
Yeah. But, I have to say, like, it is fun when you realize, like, how much you suppress emotions and then you start letting yourself feel, because it's kind of like, whoa. It feels like being in the wave pool where you're like, whoa, here we go.
Right.
I am scared.
I had that the first day Joe took me, because I was getting so upset when, especially on vacation, you get a writer's packet.
Oh my God, how awful.
And I would be like, I have to do this writer's packet. And if I don't do it, I'm a fucking loser. And he's like, this is awful for us. And I'm like, I knew. So he's like, I really do think you should go to therapy. And I was like, okay. And so he went with me to the first session. And then all of a sudden I'm crying about some light child on child sexual abuse. And you're I'm like this. That's embarrassing. Do you know what I mean? Where you're like, you didn't realize whatever that was But I was like, that actually has nothing to do with what this is.
Yeah, you're like, I'm on a totally different thing today.
Right.
I'm fucked up on different things.
I think you're like, I don't even think about that as like.
No.
You're like, that's just like another kid who also is fucked up. I'm just like, I just think I have low self-esteem. And it was probably the reaction of how it was treated after that.
Well, yeah, it's like, that's the thing. Like,
I actually think your body or your mind is resilient during the trauma. It's the way people respond to your trauma, like your loved ones.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean?
Meaning like you get gaslit. You're the one that has to go to therapy. So you're the one that feels like you did something wrong.
Yeah.
Or they deny it, or they actually side on the other person's side.
Oh, yeah. That's happened to me before.
That's where I'm like, I actually think we can go through a lot of fucked up shit or like stuff like that. But it's the way that your people in your life that are supposed to be protecting you, how they don't protect you.
Yeah, it's like, well, now the issue is really just like dysfunction.
Because those people are always out there.
Totally.
But you're in the mindset that your parents, and I'm not like blaming my parents or anything like that. I'm just saying in general, or these people are supposed to like help you, but then they're just like, we don't know what we're doing. You know?
Yeah. No, it's similar. It's like similar to the thing of like the man keeping, which is like the new topic in the New York Times we were talking about briefly, because that whole thing is like, you know, and I was hearing Esther Perel talk about this too, where it's like, we're all so socially isolated, and dudes, I think this applies less to dudes in comedy because there's like a big camaraderie amongst them, but it's like men will just like not really cultivate friendships, and they won't take time to cultivate friendships, and they'll kind of put all of their emotional well-being onto their wife.
Right.
And it's like, you know, it's very similar to like what came up a few years ago, the emotional gold digging. This is like the newest iteration of that, where it's like, you're the one who's like, you know, not only are you like taking care of all of like the minutia of the family, like the appointments and like ordering his shoes and ordering the toilet paper or whatever, but it's like now on top of it, you also have to be all of these different people in his life because he hasn't cultivated these relationships.
Right. Well, I was having that like last night. Joe's just watching TV, and I was like, I made the bed, I folded the laundry, but he always drops off his laundry so he doesn't ever have to fold and clean. And then I had to I did the dishes, and I'm like, I would love to just kind of relax and watch TV.
Yeah.
But I feel like I never get to have that chance. And then I'm like, I guess I could ask him to do the dishes. But this is what happens. You ask people to do the dishes, and then it's not right.
Right. I know. You're like, I guess I just kind of, if I want to relax, I have to get used to just like living in a world of chaos that doesn't suit me.
Or be okay with not micromanaging.
Yeah, it is hard. It is hard to do that. I have that with Mike too, where it's like he'll put stuff away, but he doesn't put it in the right place. So I'm like, well, now I'm fucking pissed because I have special places for everything.
Because I'm the one that has to work around all of this.
And I'm the one who's insane. Well, I guess also like one thing that Esther Perel was saying, like about, you know, these relationships that we have where it's like you are making, she said you can really do two things when you're in like a committed relationship. Either you can have like your relationship be the primary thing and you're trying to get all of your needs met through that person.
Yeah.
Or you can have it be like kind of your main relationship and you cultivate these other relationships around it. And that's actually more healthier because you're like not looking for your husband to be like the person that you chat about like makeup with or whatever,
right.
You know?
Yeah, because they're not going to give you what you need in that.
I know. And I feel like inspired. I feel inspired by that. That's one of the reasons I'm hosting the coloring club.
And I RSVP'd.
You RSVP'd, yes. And I'm so glad you're coming. And you know what? I do feel inspired to make a batch of lemonade.
Ooh.
What if
I have some lemons, extra lemons.
I have so many. I have lemons. God.
I'm always like, you're like, I'm going to do so much with this. And then
I have a 5-pound bag of lemons. Have you ever heard of putting the lemon under your armpit?
To bleach it or like
it gives you a shot of vitamin C. It sucks up through your armpit. I think it's an old wives' tale.
It feels like, I just feel like I might have a cut in there from shaving that I would hurt myself immediately. People even do it on their elbows to soften the skin.
Oh.
You also could do in your hair to lighten it.
Yes.
But it's always because there's sugar in lemon juice that it's sticky.
Oh, I did not know that. I think I heard of the underarm one as like a hangover remedy.
Yeah.
But I tried it and it never worked. I think the real remedy is just don't get hammered. Have a mocktail.
I've never had any home remedy that I was like, that did the trick. I like a good fucking shot in the butt or give me a pill from a doctor.
I'm at that stage in my life where I'm like, I'm not trying to remedy bloating at home now. I'm getting Gas X.
Right.
It's so embarrassing. I had to get it recently. I've been eating like tons of fruit, like stone fruit this summer, like the cherries.
Yeah.
That destroys me. I'll just eat like a pound of cherries and then be like, I don't know why am I crop dusting everyone in the green room? You go to CVS as you do, everything is locked away. And then like, it's like, well, now I have to let a 19-year-old man know that I'm farting. Okay. I have to let him know. So you're like, oh, can you open that door? Look away. Right. Please look away, sir.
Don't know what I'm getting. You have to make him open a bunch.
Yeah. You're like reading the back. I'm like, oh, I didn't want to get Beano because I'm like, he'll know. I had to get a different brand that I'm like Imodium.
Yeah, or it needs to be like a medicine that also helps with other things.
Right.
Like acid reflux.
Yeah, maybe he just thinks I'm like just peeing through my butt right now. That's better. Like maybe I just have severe diarrhea.
Well, I came to this conclusion recently, the last 2 days. So the ChatGPT diet, it's very kind of protein dense, light on the carbs.
Okay.
Not bloated. And I'm not gassy as much.
I know.
That I actually suspect I might have been walking around this earth with a light gluten intolerance.
But I've swear to God, I'm the same.
And I've always just been like, who are these people with their gluten intolerance? Aren't we all gassy? And I'm like, yeah, I think that's what it is. But some people are just babies about it.
I know. I'm the exact same way.
But I will say it's been quite nice not to be as bloated and gassy.
It's such a sacrifice though. It's such a sacrifice. I'm the exact same way where it's like, I'll have all types of issues. And I'm like, when I stop eating cookies and cake and croissants and bread. But one of the reasons that they say that is because all of the pesticides and chemicals that they use on the grain now, and it's also so genetically modified that maybe we actually just don't process it.
Right, because they always say like it's just different in Europe.
It's different in Europe, and it's like, or is it just I'm on vacation and I have rose-colored glasses?
Right.
I know. I'm the same way, and I'm glad you said that because I've actually been on a rice kick lately from my rice maker.
I love rice. It used to be pretty cheap, but now it's gone up in price.
I know.
Have you guys felt the tariffs? Is that still going on? What is going on? Because I'm like, you've noticed that B&H? That makes sense because it's China stuff. Yeah. Whoa. Okay. Good to know.
I just hope they're not gonna tariff my Birkenstocks. That's all I care about. Well, my plan for when I go for my honeymoon in Barcelona, I'm gonna bring an extra suitcase and I'm gonna load it. I'm gonna load it with olive oil. I'm gonna get
good leather goods there.
Oh my God, I'm gonna get a leather satchel.
You know what I really liked in Barcelona? They were these sandwiches with manchego cheese. Oh. And my sister and I, we would call it the tomato essence.
Ooh.
It's like when you cut the tomato, not the juicy, seedy part, but if you pull like with a spoon, kind of get the meat of the tomato and kind of mush it up. They put that on the bread and then you just eat it with manchego.
Oh, that sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. I can't wait to try the food. And also I've been researching a lot of like Spanish dishes so I know what to order. I thought because I took high school Spanish that I'm living in some kind of like weird fantasy that I'm going to go in like, hola, ¿cómo estás?
Right.
Me llamo.
They'll understand your Spanish, but you won't understand their Spanish.
No. And
I'm like, what?
At a like point late in the night when my delusions are running rampant, I was like, oh, I'm going to download the Pimsleur Spanish Guide, European Spanish. It's only 17 hours long per book, and there's 4 books. I'll just go through. I'll just do 1 hour a day, and I'll keep it a secret from Mike. I've already told him about it, mind you, of course. Already spilled the beans. And then when we get there, I'll just break into fluent Spanish, and he'll be so wowed, and I will do 87 hours of work for him to be impressed with me for 1 second. So
But,
I'll let you know if I do that.
I'll probably tell you if you even did those 17 hours, you will still not understand.
Oh yeah. Oh no. And then I'm getting there like just speaking so slowly. I'm like, repítame.
I know. I'm just so white lady.
Yeah, I like to.
Although they're all white ladies there too.
Yeah, we're all white ladies here.
Euro.
We're all Hilaria Baldwin.
Yes. Alaria.
Hilaria. I can't wait to eat the rice dish. The paella.
Oh yeah, paella. I had some of that. There was a lot of stuff that I was like, thought it was okay. There's a lot of tapas.
I'm excited to do the tapas, the bamba, which is like a fried cheese ball. I want to get that. I want to get
go wrong with that.
The patatas.
I had something with quail eggs, and the quail egg was too earthy.
I don't know. I don't like that. The quail eggs is weird.
And some of their chorizo or Spanish stuff too.
You didn't like the chorizo?
No, I don't think I did. But it's only from one place. You can't really judge from one place.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting for me because I've been to, I love Spanish culture, meaning like South American culture. Because I studied it in high school and I've just always thought it's really beautiful, but I've never really learned anything about European Spanish culture. So I think it's going to be interesting. It's, you're like, wow, colonization. This is what it is. Wow. And
they all hate each other.
My goal as a white woman is to say colonization once per day.
Right. And apologize for it.
I'm sorry. And we'll now do a dedication of this space. This was a laundromat before.
It's like, I feel like I've heard in Australia before they start their shows, it's all about how they were responsible for the desecration of all the indigenous people. I'm like, what a great way to start.
They're like, and now improv. Can I get a word? Can I get a word of fries? So funny.
It sounds so callous. I'm like, can we just accept we've been doing this from the age of time? And
right.
I promise we will stop.
I know. Yeah, like we're not going to do it again.
Noted.
Totally. I know. And it feels like I'm sure there are people that think that it's wrong to even say that, but it's like, well, who are we helping?
Well, I get this way with, Montreal, how they're like, we tried to preserve the French speaking. And I'm like, yeah, but didn't the French take it away from the Native Americans? So shouldn't we just try to preserve Native American speaking?
I've heard a couple podcasts. I've heard a couple podcasts on that topic. Yeah, it's rough. Well,
it's a complicated situation.
It surely is. And that will be the quote that's the only thing you can quote us on.
Yeah. And I will apologize.
Oh, absolutely.
For any money, I will apologize.
If anyone takes any issue with anything I say, I will gladly apologize.
Right.
I mean, happy to. I'd be happy to, happy to chat.
I just did Story Wars. I just was like, all right, here we go.
Here we go. Well, you know what I noticed, which I think
was fun. I had a really good time, but and they were like, you know her from Lady Journey. And I told them, I was like, this is not the demographic that gives a shit about Lady Journey.
They do not know me from Lady Journey. They just think that like, you're just on, that's what you call your life.
Right. To me, it should be Joe List's wife.
Totally. Yeah. They might as well just be like, you know her from Women. She's a woman. You know what those are, right?
We checked the box off.
Yeah. What was I just saying? Oh, yeah. I almost find, and I think this is like an intriguing part of like the, like later dystopian internet era where like I could say something, like what we just said about colonization, that could have easily been taken the wrong way. But
absolutely.
It's never that stuff that people take issue with. Like I posted a tweet about how potheads are annoying because they're always like, I was talking to Mike about this, and it's like there's 87 words for pot. There's all these, they're always coming up with like wacky, like put it in bacon, put it in Fritos. And it's like, it's just pot just like makes people think that they have an imagination.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that as someone who has come forward as like saying that I had a problem with it for years. And it's like, that's what sets people off to dox me of like,
yes,
bitch.
you see you in next Tuesday.
Yeah. You have targeted a vulnerable group.
I need that for my PCOS.
Yeah. You're like, no, you're a pothead. You're just a pothead. And it's like, yeah, sorry, I love to watch a movie about airline traffic. It's like, yeah, that's boring. Okay.
I know, because there's some pothead, like I dated a guy that waked and baked all day long.
Oh yeah.
All day long was stoned, and I was like, you're a drug addict.
You are. And even as you're saying that, I'm like, God, I miss a wake and bake.
I couldn't do it. I remember doing it. I had friends all in high school that were doing it. And then one time I did it, and I slept through the first 2 periods of high school, my junior year. Fortunately, it was business administration, and those teachers don't give a shit what you do. I was lying on the ground between chairs.
Wow. Public school, Texas. I love it. Take a little break. My school was like that too. It was like, they're just happy that you're not like fighting people.
It's just so funny that there's a few classes that are actually like a joke. If you just did your 100 words per minute or 50 words per minute typing test and hit your Excel by the end of the day, then you could do whatever the fuck you want.
That's the type of teacher I would be. I'd be like, look, you're gonna have to work at a gas station. That's on you. Like, I'm not, if you want to learn, cool. But if not, like, I'm not gonna shove knowledge down your throat.
Also, I remember she had a lot of the boys in that class were like seniors, and they would mow her lawn on the weekend, but they'd always be just hanging at her desk, and she's like, Chris, stop.
Oh my God.
Stop it, Chris.
Oh, that's so me. Chris, when you came over and mowed my lawn, you took your shirt off. I didn't know what to do.
I was like, you're going to get me in trouble. Chris. Oh my God, Chris. You put that chair down.
Chris, you put your penis away.
Then we had a few teachers that I'm like, what's going on?
Oh yeah, we had a couple of those too. Where
do you think it? I've always wondered if you're a high school teacher. Like, I'm always like, I'm not gonna fall for teenage boys. I mean, and then you get there and you've been there for a year. You're like, they give me a lot of attention.
He's really hot. He's such a goof, that Chris. Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm like, one thing I find that's really fun about being married is like, I feel kind of like a freedom to be like, oh, that guy's cute. Like flirty, because it's like, you'll never be to me what my husband is. Yeah. I'm in love with somebody that you could never compete with, but I'm like, oh, you little cutie, that kind of like a mom vibe almost. Right. But it's like, there's definitely guys that are like inappropriately young for me, that I've been like, oh my God, he's cute. Like maybe in like another lifetime, I would like have a crazy one night stand with someone who's 25. Like what? And then it's like, well, I don't know. But I do think that like women teachers that, like do the Mary Kay Letourneaus of the world, I'm like, I think there's just something else going on here.
It's kooky dukes. A lot of times are like attractive.
Well, in that one particularly, the Mary Kay Letourneau, I'm like, he was so young. It's like, that's like, you like molested a 12-year-old.
They stuck it out.
They really did. And then
I thought they were doing it out of spite. I almost suspect that with the Soon Yi Woody Allen, that I was like, I feel like they're still together just out of like, well,
Well, she probably had to sign a prenup.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Wish him the best. Wish him the best. Woody Allen, I'm sure he was totally fine. It's like, that wasn't suspicious.
Oh my God.
Anyway, she was 18 when they met, as he claims, even though they met at a party.
I thought Rosie O'Donnell had the best bit about it.
Oh, what was it?
It was just like years ago. It's just about like how you just don't like adopt a kid so you can fuck them.
Oh yeah. That's God, Rosie. She was brave.
I love Rosie.
Love her.
I missed her on The View.
She was great. The Rosie O'Donnell show was a great daytime TV show,
and I even liked her transitioning into a confrontational person. only when it works in the media.
Yeah.
The medium, because I felt like for her daytime 4:00 show, getting mad at Tom Selleck for his involvement with the NRA was a little unfair during Columbine, where you're like, I guarantee you Tom Selleck has nothing to do with the shooting.
Right. It's like, let's keep it light. Let's keep it light. I'm watching this with my kids, Rosie.
It's 4 p.m.
Yeah. The thing, you know what I loved about the Rosie O'Donnell show? She would have a different desk every time. Remember that?
Yes.
And I remember she had like Sarah Jessica Parker on one time, and I guess Sarah Jessica Parker loves candy, and she just, her whole desk was candy, and that Sarah could like pick and like eat, like she was eating like cotton candy from the desk. And I was like, that's fun.
I liked her because she always seemed legitimately like a huge fan of everybody that came on the show.
Yeah, she was fun.
She fanned out. You know what is another thing I just realized? Okay, so Oprah has left the airway, or like she hasn't done TV really since 10, I think. But you're like, she's still out there, y'all. Do you know she's got like a podcast and a YouTube channel?
Does she
Like,
really?
you can still get your Oprah fix.
I mean, she still does the what's the super Jesus Sunday or whatever.
Oh, yeah, like the faithful, spiritual.
Super Jesus.
Super Jesus.
We used to watch that when we had cable. You know, it's just like a fun, you know, she'd
I
always have,
loved Oprah at 4
Love it.
p.m.
oh my God. Get your week started.
Oh
off
my
right.
God, to hear a salacious story from the Midwest.
Yeah, that's why Oprah was really fun in that way, because it was
shining a light on
sensational.
sex trafficking in the internet chat world.
Oh no, it's pre-podcast. Like we weren't getting that from anywhere else.
I think she got in trouble. I think she jumped the shark, and I'm actually I kind of agree. She had a sex therapist on advocating to teach your girls how to masturbate, or that it's okay so they could have body autonomy. And Gail was like, I don't know.
Well, it's like, well, you don't need to show them. Just give them a pamphlet. Give them a pamphlet, shut the door.
I think that was too revolutionary, even for like, I think this was 09 or whatever. And I remember
that late. Wow. I was thinking that like 97 or something.
No, it's like it was like one of the last few episodes, but it felt like that was where they're like, you can't have girls masturbating in high school.
Blind. Yeah, wow.
But she's right.
We were not there by 09.
No.
We're not there now.
No.
I say if your daughter masturbates, cut off her hand. Teacher. I mean, how do boys learn how to masturbate? They just kind of are like, they're just like, oh, weird. This is weird.
It's intuition, I believe.
That's interesting. Yeah. Well, lady journey. I think we actually should end it right there.
Yeah, me too.
Bye.
Bye.